Oxnard.
I'm Dexter.
And I'm Boss.
We just
The
saw
end.
Star Wars.
Yes, we did.
So Luke
Yes.
Skywalker died, Darth Vader was resurrected,
Yep.
and Chewie's a vampire.
Yoda.
as a lesbo.
Yoda's
It was
twin
hot.
made a cameo.
Awesome scene.
Let me tell you what, Han.
And
You come back here looking for me. You find our son, Han. You bring him back, okay? You hears?
pick me up a pack of Pall Malls while you're out.
Before we begin, there's going to be spoilers.
Oh, yes.
But listen anyway, because who cares?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Honestly, I
In your
wish...
heart, you know what we're about to say.
After seeing them, I
That
avoided...
happened already anyway. You already knew
Yes,
this.
right?
I
yeah.
avoided all spoilers as much as
There's
I could.
really no spoilers.
And by the end of the movie, I was like, I wish I just read up exactly what happened.
yeah, me too.
I thought
Nothing is
something...
so shocking.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, let's get started. What's your... Just overall, what's your overall thing?
Thumbs down.
Dexter, you
Thumbs
go...
down.
Dexter, you go first.
2 thumbs up. Way up there. I loved it.
I give it 1 thumbs up, 1 thumb sideways. Almost up, but
Teetering on the
teetering.
up edge, yeah.
Just a few little things they could have done, and it would have been 2 thumbs up. Boss?
Let's hear the thumbs down. I gotta hear the thumbs down.
Yes, this is
Well,
where
first, let me give you your presents.
Oh, yeah, okay. Christmas is
it
upon
is
us.
Christmas time.
Hopefully, I'm going to try and put this up tonight, because this should be quick.
Which one's the explosive?
I got Dexter and Oxnard estate sale presents.
Wow.
Paid
Other
a-
people's
Yay.
garbage and it now
Paid-
belongs to us.
Paid about $1 for both of these.
Ooh.
There you go,
Yeah.
Oxnard.
He told us $2.
And I wrapped them in shopping bags.
Oh, boy, you know I love presents.
I think the wrapping cost more than the gift.
Oh, man. Here it comes. Oh!
Christmas morning.
Wow. What a great box.
Nice. It's a cigar box
Yeah.
with a hidden treasure inside.
A Ghirardelli's.
A white mint chocolate.
Yeah.
Thank you, boss.
Like the box?
Yeah, I do like the box.
It's dovetail.
Does that mean
Oyo.
something to you?
The corners are like
Jose
like that.
Jenner
Oh, really?
Excalibur.
It says handmade, and it says in New Jersey actually. I think on the bottom somewhere.
Where the best cigars.
Nice.
I
Cedar box.
actually put oil on it. I put butcher block oil on it and made it darker.
He butchered some meat on
Nice. I like it. Thank you very much.
Cool, right?
Yes, I always need things like I always use like cigar boxes. You can see hold my pencils, assorted
Hey.
brushes.
Here's a cool
Because
story.
I'm an
Pencils.
idiot.
Listen,
was talking about his pencils.
somebody
guy.
treasured that cigar box because when I found it, it was actually in a garage.
there. Not part of the estate sale.
It wasn't part of the house, and it actually had a key in it. So that's where the guy hid his key.
Boss, would you mind if maybe
Where's
I
the
convert this into
I
a
gave
dice
back.
tower?
Huh?
You mind if I convert this into a
Hey,
dice tower?
do what you want,
Because I'm
it's
looking at
yours.
it. It's a nice
I have
shape.
cool,
two of
right?
your 2 dice towers.
Yeah.
Do what you want, man.
I always wanted to do like a how-to video, like how to make your own dice tower.
Yeah,
And I always
there you
think
go.
cigar boxes are like the perfect.
Yeah. Handmade
be
cigar
like
box.
this. All right, thank you
here's
very
Dexter's.
much.
I'm excited about Dexter's.
Yeah, Oxnard's was crappy. I agree.
I'm excited about
Here
this.
you go.
Ooh,
It's long.
it is long.
It's another box shape.
Ooh, but it's a tin box.
It's a tin box.
Oh, it's an old Dewar's container. Whoa!
Oh,
this
nice.
thing is so cool.
Dewar's.
I've never seen anything like this
White
before.
label.
Evokes the spirit of Scotland.
Look at that Scottish guy. How cool is he?
That's a kill.
Made of real gold.
He looks like at first when I looked at it, I thought he was playing a guitar.
Scottish men are known for their guitar playing.
Can I see it?
Absolutely, there's something inside it. Oh, and then he's plastered all over the side. Whoa. Well, we'll take
Cool.
pictures of these gifts, by the way, to put up. But
I thought that box
Man.
was awesome.
yeah, this box is awesome.
I thought so.
I
yeah.
love it.
I
Thank
saw
you.
it in this bedroom. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, but it ain't no.
Oh, guys. It's a bottle of Dewar's White Label.
Holy shit! Wow.
Wow.
Look at the back.
Certified whiskey. Scotland has strange spelling.
Wow.
I've
Meanwhile,
always known they have had strange spelling.
This
See?
is just from my kitchen.
so
Oh, these napkins are just...
It's to cradle the whiskey.
I see. Yes, because you have to have something to protect this delicate bottle.
I wrapped a water bottle with a label I
What?
made.
what are you talking
This
about?
delicious Dewar's
Yes.
White Label whiskey.
Clear.
White label. The label looks a little blue, though. I gotta say.
That's the joke.
It's blue.
It's a blue label.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice, but
Bars wide
it
lid.
isn't a wooden box.
That was nice of them to
Isn't
label
that a
it.
cool
chocolate
tin
in
though?
it.
That's cool,
The
right?
tin is like.
I was drawn to it. I was like, whoa, that's a nice tin.
Look at this.
Very
He's
good.
so angry looking.
I know. He's serious about his fucking
His
scotch.
Argyle socks.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, take a picture of it and then send it to me.
Yeah, I will.
I'll put it up in the vid.
I will. Awesome. Thank you so much,
Check that
boss.
out. That's the kind of gold you can get at estate sales. How much
Tin
is
gold.
white label? I don't think
Dewar
white label is very
Highlander.
expensive, is it? I don't even know.
No, I don't think it's.
Did you see what it says on the bottom? The Dewar Highlander?
Oh, I didn't
Really?
see that's what he is. That's his title.
And it's funny, it has a barcode on the bottom, but it can't take it off. It's part. It's like
part of
painted.
the
It's
tin?
painted. Yeah, it's weird.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah, I guess so.
A painted,
Very
hand
nice.
painted.
Yeah, this is a
That's
this is
so
a
awesome.
find.
Wow. Yeah, this is.
I thought you'd like it.
I love it. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm gonna put it in my study
There you go.
on my shelf of
Perfect.
stuff. That
I knew
like.
it would be good for the shelf of stuff.
This is Dexter's shelf.
And I
My,
cleaned it. Don't worry, I cleaned it up.
Oh, I don't. I wasn't gonna. I gotta wipe this down with the Clorox wipe immediately.
Get the
I
bleach.
feel dirty. Oh, this is so awesome.
But I don't think anybody used it. It was shoved under like a piece of furniture and it stood there probably for years. I don't know.
Or that person was like a secret alcoholic.
Oh.
It's my secret Doors stash.
He has like those
No one
little.
will suspect the doors inside the Doors tin.
It's the last place they look. Well, thank you, boss.
Thank you so
man.
much.
No problem. I wanted to show you the kind of finds.
Happy
that
whatever
I can
doesn't offend you,
find.
miss.
Yeah. Your boss came up with thoughtful gifts,
I got him beer.
and I drove him to the movies and to pick up his car later.
And you did run ahead of us in the rain to open the car.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah. So happy days.
We're good friends.
Sunday, Monday.
Listen, you don't have to reciprocate those gifts.
Don't worry
They
about
were,
it.
Thank God.
They were a dead man's, and they cost me, like I said, $1 each.
So
He was
you're saying
alive
that they're
before I got
haunted?
there.
Probably.
These are haunted gifts.
Well, somebody loved that cigar box. Told you, he put his house key in there.
So if I desecrate it by turning it into a D&D dice
Yeah.
tower, is he going to like haunt my
a
dreams?
you'll be
specter
okay.
or ghoul will
You'll be
come
okay.
and try and roll you into a cigar Oxnard and stuff you in the box.
No, that's a
And then
name.
I will be
Drunk.
I will
Laughing
be
at it.
aged in an oak barrel for a number of years, blended with other whiskeys,
I was at like
and then served.
It's funny. I was at like this antique store once, and this old lady wanted like $15 for a cigar box like that.
What?
I
15 bucks.
had to stop.
Greedy
I
hag.
had to stop from looking at her like she was.
Well,
nuts.
that's how much did you pay for this?
$1.
Yeah, no, like if you go to J&R Cigars, they have empty cigar boxes, really nice ones, and even those are like $5 each or something. Yeah, and this
Or you can go to like an arts and crafts store and not find something as nice, but find a box even for more than $1. That's right. Does it still smell like a cigar?
no, it smells like cedar, very light scent of cedar.
Yeah, I think it's cedar.
I burped. Oh, I burped again. Try not to burp on the box.
Desecrating my.
I burp in the box and trap it in there.
Yes,
Hold on, guys.
Got it.
you're welcome.
Here's your box back, Oxnard. Oh, very cool. Ooh.
Yeah, Excalibur.
This is a limited edition.
Yep, I kept one of the stickers on the warning labels for the tobacco.
Oh, yes. This product contains / produces
I haven't smoked a
chemicals
cigar.
known to the state of California to cause
At
cancer.
first, when I read that, I
and
was
birth
like,
defects.
"Really? This box causes cancer?"
That's so strange. Is it okay for me to just touch it?
I know.
He
That's,
gave
I
me
was thinking,
Pandora's box.
handmade.
Upper Saddle River, New Jersey.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That's funny.
That's so cool.
I know.
So we grow tobacco here in New Jersey?
I guess.
I think that's the box. Well, certainly that explains where those chemicals came from.
Mm-hmm.
Although Upper Saddle River is not a crummy place.
Right.
That's for sure.
All right.
Anyway,
So
Star
why did I-
Wars: The Force Awakens.
Why did I not like Star Wars? Well,
yes,
Boss.
boss gave it a thumbs down. Let's hear it.
Yes, I want to hear it.
Why?
Not that I disagree. I mean, he's gonna.
I felt like
No, everyone's entitled to
I
their
felt
opinion.
like it didn't need a lot of things that they threw in it, like
Han Solo.
yeah, all the references from the first movie.
the Force
It was like a New Hope remixed
Yeah.
with like a few new things
for the
in
new
there.
generation.
Yeah.
I liked all the actors except a couple extras. I felt maybe they should be older, like the First Order guy, the ginger guy. I was like, this
Oh,
guy's-
so you're talking about the general in charge of all armed
Yes.
forces, I guess.
why is he like 28? I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
that guy, people may recognize him from Ex Machina. He was in that movie, and also some
Oh
other
God,
time traveling
I gotta watch that.
movie thing with Rachel McAdams. It's like some time traveling romance movie.
Oh, the one with Nicolas Cage. You ever see that one?
No.
Where like he can. Oh wait, no, that's not time travel. He can like see 10 seconds into the future
Oh.
or something like that.
The Knowing or something?
Yes. No, not knowing. It was before that.
He's a Las Vegas magician, right? And
No,
he's
no.
in love with Jessica Biel. Is that
Sure.
That one? Isn't that the Nicolas Cage movie we're talking about right now?
No.
Not The Knowing, the one... I
No,
gotta
it
look
was
this up
stupid
now.
because at the end of the movie, it flashes back and it turns out that everything you saw in the movie
Yeah.
was his
Never
vision.
happened yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Fucking
I was
cop
like,
out.
what?
Yeah, so I didn't like that they threw C3PO in. I thought that was a little. I don't know. I didn't like it.
I wouldn't mind. It's the way they introduce certain things and the
Yeah.
way like you can just tell like if you were in a theater on opening night with a bunch of Star Wars fanatic nerds, every 5 seconds someone would be like, "Yeah, it's C-3PO. Oh, it's the Millennium Falcon."
Maybe.
Like, yeah, have some like the doors slowly open and silhouetted. There's a silhouetted figure and like mist is coming out from the other
Yeah.
side of the door, and then they walk all the way up to the camera and they say, "Oh heavens, this is madness!" and start singing. And this turns out C-3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound like that. But
Next
we were,
was the movie, by the way. A Las
Next,
Vegas
next.
magician who can see into the future is pursued by FBI agents seeking to use his abilities to prevent a nuclear terrorist attack.
except they don't because it didn't happen.
Never happened.
Yeah, I also didn't like that they threw in like the Admiral Akbar race guy,
The
and
Mon
also
Calamari.
the guy with the lips. I didn't like him. in
yeah.
there.
I'm trying
Sol-
to go faster.
What's the name of that planet? It was in Battlefront. The lava solstice or solace?
I can't remember.
I think it's.
Can't
Oh,
remember.
yeah, and then it's another R2 unit with a file in his inside. I mean, come on.
Okay. Well,
file
we were
inside?
lucky.
Yeah, that's what they do with R2 in A New Hope. I mean,
What? What was the other R2 unit?
she put a message in them.
Yeah,
So this
in
one
New
had
Hope,
another
Princess
message in
Leia.
them.
Remember, these are the plans, the secret designs of the Death Star, so they know where the weak spot is, and
Yeah.
that's why they have to get R2 to Yavin.
Oh, I mean the same concept.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you meant there
Like-
was another R2 unit in the movie that I was
Well,
Oh
missing.
yeah, a lot of that stuff.
there's
I
a
didn't like.
million there's a million things that are just like A New Hope. Like it's a girl on a desert planet named Jakku instead
Right.
of Tatooine. They should have just called it Tatooine.
Yeah.
and like she's, she
But
has
it's
no.
not Tatooine.
She
it's
has no.
Jakku.
It's Jakku. She has no parents.
So they won't call Tatooine. Why not call Mars Earth? I don't understand.
No.
Just call it Earth.
It looks.
It's in our solar system.
It looks exactly
I don't get it.
like Tatooine.
Yeah, but it's not. It's Jakku.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
guess.
why it's not called Tatooine.
They even have that shot of when they reveal Moss Eisley Space Center. It's like he goes over the ridge, and it looks exactly like
Yeah,
that shot.
I didn't.
That wasn't Mos Eisley Space.
I
No,
also
no,
didn't
that was
like.
where,
I didn't
Ray
like
was.
the
That was
bar.
the
They
camp.
went into a bar that was very similar to Cantina to me. I just
Yeah, I
didn't
can't
like
believe
that.
they had another bar in the movie.
But
they
I
already
felt
did
like-
a bar scene in
I
this
felt like
franchise.
it was
What
just
are they thinking?
so many images from the other one. I thought it should have been
Exactly.
different.
I know.
Same but
But see,
different.
they did. I
Not
know.
same but
I
same.
understand what
That's
you're
what I
saying.
feel like. It was a lot of same but
Well,
same.
this is what I
not
was
same but
saying.
different.
That was done by design.
Yes, I was
Because-
saying this
But that's
about.
what I don't like.
The problem was it was different with episodes 1, 2, and 3. They didn't do more of the same with like A New Hope and Empire Strikes and Return of the Jedi, which is exactly what people wanted. And then instead, when you had the low action, different stuff, quote unquote, different stuff from Lucas in the episodes 1, 2, and 3, people were absolutely disgusted by it. So I think this first movie is establishing, hey, look, see, this is what everybody likes. Right?
There's a Star Wars
Welcome back.
movie that you wanted to see.
You can definitely enjoy this. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then now maybe with the next ones they can push the envelope a little bit.
I wasn't bored with it, but I had problems with that kind of stuff.
I was
and
saying
also
this.
didn't.
Yeah.
Hold
Well,
on.
I understand what you're saying.
On the ride home, I was saying J.J. Abrams, this is what he does. He revitalizes franchises.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing. And he said, like, I think in an interview he says, like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do my own stuff because that's what he's becoming in Hollywood. Like, he do Star Trek, make that new and popular again. He did
Absolutely.
that. Now Star Wars, make that new and popular
Star
again.
Trek I liked.
Yeah, Star Trek's good.
Yeah.
That's what he's good at. But he, I understand. Like, he probably wants to, work with other writers, come up with
Create
original
his own
films.
original stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't like is that she seems to just learn the Force so quickly. I
All
had a
right,
problem
so
with that.
Rey, you're referring to the character Rey, which I'm sure everybody knows what we're talking about because I don't imagine anyone listens to things with spoilers in it.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Surrounding Star Wars anyway. But
There's
Rey,
like 14 videos I need to
Obviously,
watch.
What's
Luke's,
Rey's
Luke's
last
kid.
name?
Just Rey.
Skywalker.
It's just Rey, right?
She doesn't
Which
know.
is
Probably
I'm
Skywalker.
assuming that's Luke's daughter.
Right.
I don't know why she was dumped on Jakku, not Tatooine.
He likes desert planets.
No,
maybe.
yeah. I grew up miserable and alone. You should do the same.
Yeah.
No, but she is waiting for something. But yeah, she's got to be Luke's daughter or something like that. I thought it was going to be that it was Leia's daughter. I kept waiting for Leia to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you're here." When they were reunited later.
Well, you know what? Leia
She
might.
seemed to be very familiar with.
Yeah, Leia might
her.
know something, and she's just not revealing it yet.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, so anyway, the Force, I guess, is awakened in her. I guess that's where the title comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of suddenly is like, well, let's take this for a spin, and I'll try using the Jedi mind trick to get the guard to release me. And, what was the other one?
I was saying, like...
Oh, yeah, the Force, and then there's a long pause. And she closes her eyes, and then she suddenly becomes stronger.
Yeah.
And she's fighting.
She's like, oh yeah, I should use that.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Like, I need to teach you to use the Force when she's fighting, what's his name? Ra's al Ghul? Kylo Ren. Yeah, and then she's like, oh, that's right, the Force. And she closes her eyes for, like, 5 seconds?
Yeah. You're fighting.
Well, I was saying, like, she probably had Force stuff that she was doing, but because she always thought it was
She
a
didn't
myth,
know it.
Right.
until Han Solo shows up and says, no, it's all real, it's all true, and then she sees Kylo Ren using the Force, and he sees what he can do with it.
Yeah.
Then she's like, okay, let me experiment with it. And
I mean, I could sort of buy that if she's like extremely Force powerful or something that we reveal later.
Well, she is, turns out.
Maybe.
Because she just started...
I want
One
a
thing I don't
midi-chlorian
too.
count.
one thing I don't get,
Yes.
no,
Why
no,
didn't they take her
I
blood?
want the count.
When Kylo
How
Ren,
many?
When Kylo Ren had her prisoner, he must have taken a blood sample.
Yeah.
And a stool sample.
oh god. You know what's weird? Like, they mentioned midichlorians in the first one, and I always thought that was the only time they mentioned midichlorians in the first one. But that's not true. In Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin's talking to Palpatine, he was saying, like, he was telling the history of, like, this other Darth guy. He was saying, like, he knew how to utilize the midichlorians and bring back life. So they did mention it again, because I thought after the episode 1,
Don't
Lucas...
speak to me of episodes 1, 2, or 3. This movie made me feel as though those never happened.
They're still canon, though. That's the sad... The other thing that's funny, if you think about
Ancient
it,
history, though.
the expanded universe, like all the novels and everything,
Nothing.
they don't
Wiped.
matter anymore.
That's annoying.
Like, in the expanded universe, like, Han Solo had twins, and they were both,
Lesbians.
No, one was a boy, one was a girl.
Got a little too Game of Thrones,
And
that's why.
But I do think in the expanded universe, I think Han Solo's son does turn evil, and then his twin sister has to, like, turn him back. So I'm wondering if they're
Sister.
borrowing that
Maybe
concept
they
for the
are-
movie.
Right, but changing it.
Changing it a
I
little
think
bit?
that they... And also with his lightsaber...
That's one thing. One of my favorite things in this movie. You get to see a guy who doesn't know how to use the Force use a lightsaber.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Finn.
Finn.
Yeah, that was cool.
But they
But
use
the
that too
thing-
with the dark crystals. I think there's like some technology that
crystals.
Force crystals and
Yeah,
stuff
you gotta find
where
the
you have
Force
to
crystal.
make it. If you're
that's
a
the other thing
Sith,
I like.
You do it differently, and so like the
I heard you got to
waviness
go on
of
like
his
a
lightsaber.
vision quest to get like to get one.
What I
So
liked
really?
about
Yeah.
Oh man.
what I liked about his lightsaber, it shows like he's just like a nerdy super fan of Darth Vader's grandfather, and so he tried to make his own lightsaber, and that's why it's so kind of goofy looking.
Yeah.
Like because he didn't make it properly,
And
then
he wears the helmet so he can sound more like his grandfather.
yeah, that's the other thing I liked about this movie is like everyone on the Empire side, it's all about the showiness. Like who's it? Snoke, the main supreme leader, Snoke.
Yeah.
He like his hologram is like this massive
Oh
giant.
my god.
I was hoping it was a giant.
Me
but
too.
I don't know if it
when I
is.
first saw that, I was like, that is fucking awesome.
Yes.
It's like a giant alien
Yes.
race.
That's
Giant.
really cool.
It was
But
so
then it
cool.
turns out he's probably like 4
Yeah.
inches tall.
And then I turned to Dexter and I said, he's probably going to be like someone you can fit in the palm of your hand.
Carry
or
in your
something.
pocket. But that would also be cool if he was like 4 or 5 inches tall, but then the Force, it was so strong with him that he was like untouchable because of it.
I wonder, where is
Size matters not.
Where is that guy? He's not on the
Well,
planet.
we're going to find out in the next movie.
Okay.
Because at the end of this one, when this Death Star planet, which I think that's another thing you didn't like,
Yeah.
right, boss? is collapsing in on
Huge.
itself.
Kills planets.
It's called the Star Killer Base, I believe.
I think so.
Kills multiple planets at once. I think that's a little
It shoots
powerful.
a laser from like a light speed and into warp drive. It sends the projectile into light warp or whatever they call it.
And I was asking Boss this. Did they destroy Coruscant? Because that shot they showed
It
looked
like Coruscant.
Yeah.
A little.
that looked like Coruscant.
What
to
was
me.
the system that they mentioned that there?
It was some group of planets that were
and they
like part
said
of
it's
the.
like- I don't know.
And
It
the other
might have
thing I
been.
was asking, me and Boss were confused about before we got here was we're not sure who's in power.
Yeah,
now.
I thought the
Like,
rebels.
what government- Like how
there's
can you
the
be part of the
resistance now.
resistance if the rebels won?
That is true.
Shouldn't
I thought the
Em-
rebels
is
were
true.
in power.
Yeah.
And the First Order were the rebels.
That's true. I was confused about that for a little while myself, and then kind of forgot about it
Yeah,
as
in
the
this,
movie went along.
yeah, in this they're calling like the good guys the resistance now.
Yeah, but and suddenly this force, the New Order, right?
Yeah,
They are extremely loaded. I mean, they have this planet
Yeah.
Death Star cannon.
Huge cannon.
They have some countless number of stormtroopers, which
Right.
are not clones.
There,
right.
yes.
And I'm
None
glad-
of those are clones.
I'm glad they abandoned that.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying that's a lot of work they had to do. That's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
But
And I don't know how they're doing that and building this planet cannon.
while
That's a lot
Well,
of work.
How many years has it
People!
been since Return of the Jedi?
I don't know. It's got to take
30?
100 years to do that. That's a lot.
I guess it's real time, right? Because
How many years you think it takes to make that thing?
Or 84 or something like that?
I mean, maybe 30 years,
Okay.
something
I
like
can
that.
believe that.
30 years?
Sure.
It's a planet-sized cannon.
Because let's say that they're in there. Well,
And the Death Star, you saw the Death Star
maybe
compared
more
to it.
even. Maybe more. Because
I didn't get that comparison because it's not a Death Star. It's a planet converted into a weapon.
But it seems
Like
like,
the
the
whole-
whole core of that planet is part of the weapon, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Because what it does is it sucks a sun away.
Ew.
Right? Isn't that what
I
happens?
don't know. It only works when the sun's not there, apparently.
No, because it's absorbed all of the sun's energy. You see the heat, like a flare from the sun coming and being sucked into the
Right.
core of this planet, which is really like they've managed to harness the power of the
Plasma.
sun,
Right.
Yes.
and then it unleashes it, and weaponizes it, and then because what happens is when this planet is destroyed, like the planet goes away, and then there's a star where it was. So all
Yeah,
the
all the-
energy that
all
was
the energy is
taken
left
from the
behind.
sun was left, and then it was
Right.
just like they moved a star. Gotta go. Okay.
Bye,
boss.
everybody.
Is
All
there
right,
anything
boss.
else you didn't like?
Any
real
final
quick?
thoughts? Okay. Well, me and Dexter will carry this on. It's
Yes.
it's a busy time of the year, you know?
Peace.
Thanks for the gift.
Hey, man.
Yes, thanks, boss.
Merry Christmas.
I think I'll have some of this chocolate right now.
Ooh.
Chewbacca, we were talking about this. I thought his hair looked a little too perfect.
Yeah, Chewbacca looked too young
He looks younger than he does in
in Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, he's gotten backwards in age, I feel like. One thing I was relieved about was I was afraid that Harrison Ford as Han Solo was going to be easily the worst actor in this movie. I was like, this is going to be horrible. He's going to be trying so hard to be cool, cavalier, Han Solo, which wouldn't even make sense if he was exactly the same because he's lived half a lifetime since then, you know. But he wasn't nearly as bad as I thought he was going to be. The only
I
thing
thought he
I
was
thought
really,
Leia
really good.
actually was the worst.
Well, that's the thing. I found all the old actors. I couldn't. Well, Mark Hamill, he just stood
He just
there.
stared. Like,
So
he
I
looked
can't really-
confused.
But yeah, I felt like all the new actors were like so good. Like everything they did, it was believable. They were funny.
Yeah.
They felt like real human beings. So that's why I'm not sure like why dwell so much on like Han Solo, Princess Leia. Like you have these really good core group of actors there. I would have spent more time with them and developing their story rather than just like
Yeah.
have them go through these motions to like here's C-3PO, here's the Millennium Falcon. Like I
Yeah.
would almost want like make up your own more of your
yeah.
own new stuff, you know?
You know, again, I think it was kind of doing that callback to draw everybody in and say, like, here's all the things that we loved. that we wanted in the other Star Wars movies, I guess. And now here you're getting them.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back with more new stuff later because we'll get to but one of the ways they solve the problem of not concentrating on Solo and Leia anymore is they killed Han Solo.
Mm-hmm. Which Harrison Ford had said, like in Empire Strikes Back, he thought he should have died in that movie.
Oh, okay.
He didn't like that they brought him back to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of funny now because in interviews, like he seems like so happy and stuff. He's like, "Oh, it's a great movie. You're gonna love it." I think it's because he's glad he doesn't have to do it anymore. Like it's done.
Harrison Ford seems like he hates everything.
I think he just wants to smoke pot, fly his helicopter, and just be old.
Bang Callista.
Just hang around.
He just comes off as such a grumpy old goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, of course it's good. It's a movie. I'm in it. It's Star Wars.
What were some of the things we were talking about on the drive?
No, I can't remember.
Here's the thing, like usually after we see a movie, we try not to talk on the drive home, but the problem was this time we were stuck in traffic.
Oh my
it's just
God.
annoying just sitting there in silence, so we ended up just talking about it anyway.
Let's see.
There's no Jar Jar Binks type of character.
No, there was no. Right.
BB-8, my fear was like BB-8's going to be super annoying. He's not.
I love BB-8.
Yeah,
and
BB-8
I
is
liked
awesome.
the sound effects.
Yeah.
I like his sound effects more, I think, than R2.
Yeah.
They're like less abrasive. They're soothing. They're at a decibel
so
level
circular and
where they're
wow.
like they're at like a frequency or something where it's like very pleasing to the ear. Yeah.
Sound like that.
Yeah. It was good. I liked
What do you think of Han Solo smuggling monsters?
that was stupid.
Razgars, whatever they're
That
called?
killed his entire crew of this ship.
And he had a line there. He says, like, who you... Like, I think Finn asked him, like, why are you smuggling Razgars or what were they called? Raptars?
Rethtar or something. Rethtar.
And he's like, oh, I'm selling it. And he mentions, like, a king or something. So
Yeah.
he's, like, supplying, like, exotic animals to, like, royalty or something like
He's
that.
like the captain in King Kong that takes the crew to Skull Island and then brings Kong back.
'Twas beauty killed the beast. I'm Jack Black. Roll credits.
Pick of destiny.
All right, Jack, it's fine. All right, Peter Jackson, cut. Going to make The Hobbit now.
Oh man,
Make
he
with James
sounds like
Cameron.
he sounds like a dick.
Fuck it, everything special effects.
I'm never gonna make my Tintin movie.
48 frames per second because that'll catch on, right? I'm seeing the future. That's the future. No, Peter.
What were we talking about before that?
Let's talk about the opening. How'd you feel?
Wait, what
seeing,
were we just? Oh no, what were we just talking about though before that?
Jack Black, King Kong. Oh, he's smuggling Razgars.
Oh yeah, that was stupid. And also the reason that he's gone is that their son, him and Leia aren't together, is because I guess their son was, full of the Force, and
They sent him away to training.
and I'm assuming he's the one that was training with Luke that turned on everything and destroyed everything. Okay.
Luke had started up his own school, I guess, Jedi school, and
Yeah.
he had a bunch of people there working. I don't know what happened to those other people. I guess
They were all killed, I think.
so. Kylo Ren
I think
killed them all?
Kylo Ren kills them
Yeah,
all.
so Kylo Ren probably just went bad, and he's having like a temper tantrum in his teenage years. It carries on into his 20s.
He's trained by this supreme leader, and
Snoke.
yeah, okay. So anyway, that like drives a wedge, I guess, between Leia and Solo, and they had to deal with it in their own way. So
How'd
that
you
means
feel about
Han
that?
Solo left. I thought that was stupid.
I like the fact that they're not.
Oh, I
together.
don't mind the fact that they're not together because that seemed like a romance that just wouldn't work out.
He's a smuggler.
Han Solo, you can't tie him down.
He's a scoundrel.
But I think maybe he used it. Well, maybe I do like it then. I take it back because it sounds like from what I was just saying that I did like it. I just didn't want it to be that way. I wish they would have stayed together maybe.
Right.
But I don't know. I thought it was kind of like, oh, okay. Well, I think it was more the exchange between Han Solo and Leia, like the actual verbal exchange when they had met up again that I found stupid. Because it was like a series of one-liners, like, you know what? You still drive me crazy. All this kind of all this kind of hokey shit. It's all a bunch of gobbledygook. What does he say?
Mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jumbo. But guess what? It's all true.
Yeah, some lines that would have changed here and there.
Anyway, where were we going?
I forget.
The opening?
Oh yeah, what'd you think? How'd you feel seeing like Star Wars and the opening scroll and everything?
It didn't excite me. I because I've
I
seen
felt
that
nothing.
I saw that 3 times before, and every
That's
time
true.
I was like, "This one's gonna be different. This one's gonna be better." So that didn't do it for me. They kept it short. They kept it clear. There was no stuff about some trade federation or agreements, treaties that had gone wrong, or that the splintering that took place in whatever year this had happened, and other diplomatic things had been done and fallen through. There was nothing about that. It was just like, hey, it's now time for this. Luke Skywalker's gone. Where is he?
The
Nobody
first line,
knows.
Luke Skywalker has vanished.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Jump
straight to the
right
point.
in.
And Princess Leia sent out a spy. Wait, didn't it say that in the opening scroll? It's like Princess Leia sent out a spy from within, try and find information. Who I thought was going to be Finn, but I don't think that ever.
No, I think it was Oscar Isaac. I think it was Poe, because he was the Poe.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Poe was
Yes.
the X-wing pilot, who's a fantastic pilot and a member of this resistance.
What do you think? He's force sensitive if he's that good a pilot? That was like the thing about all these.
No, I think he's just like Starbuck level piloting, but in Star Wars.
I thought they were going to reveal he was like had Jedi powers or something.
Oh, maybe they may still do that.
Yes.
And then, Max von. How old is Max von Sydow? He's in the beginning of this movie. Max von Sydow has been like.
Which one was he?
He was the old Jedi guy that gave the location of the
yeah.
map. He's been around for decades.
How did he get that little thing?
No clue. All I know is that the Resistance has been looking for this for a long time. Because Oscar Isaac says that.
I've been
And then
smuggling
he
in
gives
my
it
ass
to
for
his
years.
BB-8 droid. And Kylo Ren comes, attacks the village. BB-8 gets away, finds Rey.
Very similar to New Hope.
By chance.
In New Hope, they invade the Corellian ship that Princess Leia's on.
Yeah.
You have the big reveal of Darth Vader coming in. Everyone leaves. They're looking for information.
She's works in this junkyard. She keeps waiting for something. She
She's a
turns.
scrapper?
Yeah, and I guess you turn in the scrap and you get paid in food rations.
I like that effect when she put the powder in the water and then she boils it. And
Oh, that was
it just
cool.
turns into like a loaf of bread or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, like some kind of muffin. Oh, what I didn't understand was so the Millennium Falcon was there with
For
Rey
years.
the entire time.
Right.
And what happens is Finn, who was a stormtrooper, he is in that opening scene. He's one of the stormtroopers that are slaughtering this village with Kylo
That's
Ren.
his very
But
first battle. He
yeah,
says.
right. And he couldn't go through with it. And he was like, you know what? I'm not going to kill for these people. The brainwashing didn't take.
Right.
And so he ends up later escaping with Oscar Isaac's character, who was captured at that time.
Who names him Finn?
Right, because FN something.
FN
Finn.
1831.
I thought he was going to say fuck nugget or something.
Okay.
Where was I going with this? Oh, so anyway, Finn and Rey, they meet up, but then the Empire Remnant, what are they? They're the first. What are they?
The First Order?
The First Order or the New Order?
The New Order? Something like that. They're the new something.
They're-
first
okay,
something.
so anyway,
They're
the new
like,
Empire.
Trying to rebuild the Empire
Yeah.
back.
So they.
Which just confuses me because shouldn't they be the rebels? Like, aren't they the resistance?
They are the rebels in this situation.
Yeah.
What is this resistance? Resistance to what? You're just the army of the Republic.
I guess.
Until the Republic is destroyed. Then you're the resistance.
And after the Empire was destroyed, what came into power? That's the thing I'm confused about. Like, what is there a centralized?
I thought the Republic.
But is there like a centralized government now? Like, where are the agents of the new galactic government? Like, where's their army? Where's their?
I think.
Is it just like ragtag people just working out of their garage?
Yeah, or did they? Or was it like a Clone Wars situation where like here's the army? It was like that again. Like here's the army of the Republic now. The stormtroopers are now the army of the Republic, not because all those stormtroopers in Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, they're all clones, right? If you follow what
don't
was
think
happening
so.
in the first one, in the prequels, I mean, or
think by
No,
the
that's
time-
just how it started. That's
because
just the Clone
Leia
Wars.
does say to Mark Hamill, to Luke Skywalker, like, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? Which might imply, like, you don't really match the other people because you're not a clone.
Yeah, or just like, aren't you a little wimpy? That's
I
how.
guess, I don't
That's
know. I
how
don't know
I
when
took it.
They stopped using clones. I don't know. That whole clone thing is
Because
stupid
Kylo Ren's
shit.
like, oh, maybe we should use clones instead. And then the general that Boston liked, the ginger general, he's like, no, my brainwashing is the greatest. I will not use clones. Yeah, that guy was not the best cast.
What'd you think of the utilization of that silver stormtrooper played by Brienne of Tarth?
Oh, what was the
Who
point?
I thought was going to be a much bigger character, and apparently, as the movie is now over, the last thing you heard is like, "This place have what's it called?
A garbage chute.
Garbage
A
chute,
trash compactor.
trash compactor."
Yeah.
It does. And then you cut to them rolling down the whole. So I'm assuming
She's
they
gone.
shoved her into a trash compactor.
I'm waiting for the deleted
And
scene
as
in the
they're
DVD.
rolling down the corridor, she's down there screaming as the walls crush her to death.
I think she'll come back, I'm assuming.
Flattened.
Because why would they have much skinnier? Why would they have cast someone
I think her name is Gwendolyn. the
of
actress.
recognition? Yeah. I don't know. She's Brienne of Tarth.
I mean, it's a cool idea. Here's a big, tall, silver stormtrooper who's a woman. I thought they were
Right.
going to do like a lot of cool stuff with that. She would be like a mini boss or something. Instead, it's just like,
Instead,
I'm in
she-
charge now. I'm in charge. Okay, Finn, calm down.
Instead, all she fails to take down the Millennium Falcon when they're on Jukka and Jakku. I can't remember any names of anything. Tatooine. Then Finn, Sally, and yeah, I don't know. I thought that was a little bit pointless. Now, bear in mind, as I picked this apart, I still liked it the best. I think this movie of everybody.
I liked it.
I was entertained from beginning to end.
I felt like it did exactly what it was supposed to do, which is like, here's a space adventure.
Yeah.
It's not obnoxious. It doesn't make you feel stupid. It's just very straightforward. It has some cool moments.
I feel like I do feel like there's so much weight to the fact that it's Han Solo's and Leia's son that is this villain now, and like we'll find out, I guess, in the next episode. You know,
think he's gonna kill his mom next?
no, I think the focus was on his father. Because they mentioned that because he's always sensing him, and I think that the Supreme Leader, whatever, Snoke, he also mentioned something about Han Solo to him.
I like how they did that whole scene, like on the bridge and everything. And then when he finally stabs Han Solo, he goes like, "Thank you," because you could go either way. And
Well, he says like, I'm being torn up inside.
Yeah.
Like, and you think for
and did you
half
notice-
a second.
Did you notice how like the light was blue, and then once the gun was charged, everything turned red, and that's when. Like,
Yeah,
he did the
because
evil thing?
there was a lot of cool stuff going on in that scene.
Yeah.
That one was they're on this bridge above like some bottomless pit, exactly like Empire Strikes Back, when Luke discovers that Darth Vader is his father, and so it kind of is fulfilling for Kylo Ren in a number of ways. You have like that scenario, right? He says he's being torn up inside. He doesn't want to feel like this anymore. He needs his father to help him not feel like this. And he takes out his lightsaber and is like holding it like almost to give it to him. And in the background, you see this giant weapon is being prepared and it's sucking away all the light from the star. And what happens is when the light goes away, all you're left is in the darkness with this red glow suddenly. And then Kylo Ren kills Han Solo. And then Han Solo falls just like how Luke jumped off this thing. So it's like, it was an interesting...
You think there's a chance Han Solo didn't die?
he was
gonna pull
gutted.
that card?
He was gutted.
Yeah, it's like, do you think at that moment he could have gone to the light side, which you're calling out, which Boss pointed out? Like,
That was weird.
they've never called it the light side.
And then...
It was just like the Force, and then it was the Force, and then there's the dark side of the Force.
Right.
It wasn't like...
Light versus dark.
It's not like
and
Paladin
they
of the
even made a
Force.
reference, almost, Leia says a line when she's saying to Han before this final mission, like, if you see our son, bring him back. There's still light in him. I know there is, or
Yeah,
something.
if-
And that's just like Luke talking about Darth Vader
There's still good
when
in
he's
you.
talking to Yoda. There's good in him. I know it.
Yeah.
Like he can change him and all this kind of stuff.
They never
So
used the
now
word
it's
light.
light.
Yeah,
Yeah,
light.
instead of good. It was not. It's not. That's. I didn't
think
like
they're
that.
trying to stupefy it a little bit just so people. Well, okay, dark is bad. Light. Light's the
Stupefy it.
opposite of dark.
It's Star Wars.
The room's dark. I can't see. Light, I can see.
This room is evil now.
It's the opposites.
Dark
only
can
the
mean
Siths deal in absolutes.
dark. The word dark has more than one meaning.
Shut up! I'm trying to watch the movie. You've been talking for 20 minutes.
Some guy in there and he's going
He's
on.
talking to himself.
Oh, what's all this light and dark? I don't understand.
There were a few shots there where I just laughed because I thought it looked goofy, like the one alien X-wing pilot who, seriously, when I first saw him, I thought he had a horse head with a helmet on. Which, in retrospect, now they should have done that because that would be hilarious.
He just had like a giant head and his mouth was at the like where a chin would be.
And he had like a Brooklyn accent
Yeah.
for some reason.
Oh yeah. We ain't doing no damage over there yet. Oh.
And then there was a Scottish guy. Remember?
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Picked up that accent.
Right.
immediately.
That's right. Call the First Order and tell them there's Han Solo has the location of the BB-8 or whatever he was saying, and then Han Solo is like running and punches a person in the face.
Oh yeah, what'd you think of that one stormtrooper?
That was so stupid.
When Finn had the lightsaber, all of a sudden there's this one stormtrooper who has this device that like twirls around like a police baton, but it's supposed to work against a lightsaber.
He's the only one that has that, by the way. No other stormtrooper used that in the entire movie.
Yeah, so was that guy just waiting? Like, how often are you going to meet a guy with a lightsaber? Is he just like, there's a guy with a lightsaber. He throws down his blaster, throws down everything, takes this out. Was he just waiting for that moment? Like, finally, I get to use this?
And what I don't understand is, so Finn stopped being a stormtrooper, escaped, and when they're on this in this cantina scene that Boss didn't care for,
To meet Maz.
right. There's
Not
a
to be
whole lot of
confused with
stuff that happens.
Faz.
That's where they find Luke's lightsaber,
which he had, but he
which
never really explained.
Rey ends up having like visions of what would happen when she touches it because she feels the connection. But she runs away, and then Finn has it. Excuse me, Finn has it, but the place is attacked and destroyed by the
New Order.
I keep wanting to call it something different every time. New Alliance,
The final
First
Justice?
Awakening.
Wait. Han takes Chewie's bowcaster, shoots it, and acts surprised, which in my head I was like, wait, in the years you've known Chewbacca, never once did you test fire his gun just to see what it was like?
And he goes, I like this.
Yeah, like you've never done that before? That's not on, like, hey Chewie, hey, we're on this planet smuggling things. Let's take a couple of pot shots at this tree over here.
Yeah. You grew up with Chewie. You were raised on that planet. That's how you know what Chewie is saying.
I forget the backstory, but Han Solo saved Chewbacca, and so on the Wookiee planet of Kashyyyk, or however you spell it, it's like Kashyyyyk, Kashyyyk, I've heard. Kashyyyk, and so Wookiees have to dedicate their life if you save their life or something like that. So if you ever meet a Wookiee,
save it.
Save his life.
Yeah.
And you got
to get a Wookiee
the
slave.
best dog in the universe.
Yeah, that I understand. But also, so then this stormtrooper recognizes Finn, and he's like, traitor. And then he puts down his blaster and whips out this thing. So a couple things were like, how did this guy... We saw in that one shot that there were like 2 million stormtroopers.
Yeah.
This one recognizes Finn? What are the odds? And then...
Must have been a guy from his old battalion or something?
I guess. And then he's flipping this... It's like electrocuted, too. It was like charged.
Also, Finn said, when he was a stormtrooper, Han asked him, like, what did you do as a stormtrooper? He said he worked in sanitation.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, he said, what did he do on that base?
Yeah.
When he was on that world. Yeah, sanitation.
So is he walking around with a broom as a stormtrooper, like sweeping?
Cleaning toilets?
Like, is he dusting?
In his stormtrooper
I don't know what that meant.
outfit? Did he still have to be dressed as a stormtrooper while he was a janitor?
I don't know. Oh, the other thing is, like, it seems funny how, like, any vehicle anywhere in the universe, if you know how to pilot it, you just jump right in, you can just control it.
Oh, well, we were starting to talk about that. The Millennium Falcon is there before we started talking about Han Solo. Mm-hmm. The Millennium Falcon is just there where Rey is on Jakku.
Jakku.
Jakku. Jesus, I'm never going to get it again. And she just hops in, starts it up, hasn't flown in years, she says, but she knows exactly how to start it up and start to fly it, and it flies away. And this very exciting chase begins, but that was a little bit like, how do you know how to just fly it? I mean, I guess she's that good with this kind of stuff because she spent a lifetime, I suppose, around like in this junkyard dismantling and repairing things.
I buy it.
That was, and then we were joking. Well, you thought Han Solo was going to be introduced in that moment, right?
I thought him and Chewie were like asleep in their bunk, and they're so old that they're partly senile, and then like after the whole show, it's like, oh, what's going on? Who are you kids? Where's my Jello?
The Resistance, huh? Well, I guess I'll help you out.
Yeah, because I was curious, how are they going to introduce Han Solo? Because it was pretty far into the movie at that point, and then they get captured. I guess Han Solo and Chewie, they have that ship, which is like an Imperial ship.
Yeah, or like more some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Transport? It was like a container ship.
Like a transport?
Yeah, yeah. It was more of like a storage ship.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like
a freighter. Yeah. Jesus, what is wrong with me right now?
Look, well, I have a headache, and I feel, for some reason, some movies, I just feel scatterbrained after I see them. I did like how there were like 3 groups that are like after Han. Like, and they arrive.
That was awesome.
The thing about the Star Wars universe, it's a lot of coincidences.
It is.
It's like they just like Millennium Falcon is there.
Well, you can just
and Han Solo, who could be anywhere in the entire galaxy, just happens to be there to say, "Hey, that's the Millennium Falcon, Chewie. Let's go get it."
Yeah. What are the
I guess
odds?
that's just like the Force.
Well, they had been searching for years.
The Force did it.
Yeah. Well, maybe. And also, they reference it. They kind of reference they've been looking for it forever. And he's like, "Oh, I'm stealing my ship back." And then you wonder, like, I guess that makes sense too. Like, why the Millennium Falcon was just sitting there, apparently, and why she was just able to go in and fly away with it. Apparently, it's extremely easy to steal because she said to Han Solo, Rey did, that, "Oh, I stole it from this guy who stole it from someone else who stole it from this guy." And he's like, "Oh, and that person stole it from me, so I'm stealing it back."
There was a funny shot where like they were crash landing on the Star Killer ice planet.
Yeah.
You see Sean Harrison, he's just like shaking around.
Oh, really? I didn't
yes,
see that.
It's really quick, but I would love
I wonder
to see.
if that was too soon for him after his own plane crash. Starts getting flashbacks. Not again!
It was funny because he's just. So I just made. Okay,
that's acting, Oxnard.
JJ is like, okay, Harrison, just shake around, and we're gonna edit it in. What? Okay, I guess.
I don't get
it. We got it. Thanks,
Harrison, pretend you're not strapped to a chair and pretend that you're a fish flopping around on the deck of a boat.
I liked his performance. I thought he did a really good job.
No, I'm telling you, I think he was. I thought it was gonna be way worse.
Like the guy I see in interviews, that's not the guy on screen. So to me, that's a good actor because his actual persona is really just like.
It's more of how he was in Crystal Skulls. Indiana Jones. I like Ike. I always vote Republican.
When's the next one coming out?
I don't know. I've heard all
Williams
kinds of insane things now that Harrison Ford is actually going to be in the next one. That's what I heard. I thought that Disney, because it was part of Lucasfilms, so Disney's got it. And
wait, when he sold Star Wars, he just sold Lucasfilm?
I think it's Lucasfilms went to Disney.
I thought it was just a Star Wars
because Disney
brand.
has Indiana Jones rights now too. I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I probably am. But my understanding was that it was Lucas. All the Lucas things went to Disney, which dissolved the video game company.
One thing that was weird is that there wasn't a 20th Century Fox like. Brum, bum, brum,
oh yeah.
Bum. I'm so used to that before a Star Wars movie that when it started, it just because we saw the trailers, it was like 3. It was Captain America.
It was all Marvel trailers, and Superman
Turtles.
versus Batman and Ninja Turtles.
Now I wanted to ask you about Ninja Turtles. What did you think of that trailer?
That looks fucking terrible.
Yes, but it didn't trigger anything in your head from when you were a kid.
It honestly, it made me want to watch. No, it did. It did
you
a little bit.
You can see that Krang might be there somewhere. There seems to be some sort of outer space thing going on.
Yeah.
Rocksteady and Bebop are there. And I never saw the first one, but I'm pretty sure Shredder is going to become like a thing.
I saw a guy who was like, is this guy going to be Shredder? And then they have Bebop and Rocksteady. That I liked. The only thing I don't like is any of the banter or really any of the lines that any of the turtles
and
had.
the way they look. They look
weird.
If I was a kid, they look scary to me.
They're terrifying.
Yeah, I would not... if they're trying to market that to kids, I don't know what they're doing because they look like monsters.
It made me want to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secrets of the Ooze.
My favorite one is always the first one.
Really?
Yeah. It was independent. It's just great.
I love the second one. I don't know why.
The second one gets too goofy.
I always liked it.
Well, when I was a kid, yeah, I loved it. But if you watch it today, it's just like...
Oh, God, it's horrible.
But not the first one.
First
one's great.
All right.
All right.
I don't know about that. Oh, but I thought that the Winter Soldier, the Captain America Civil War looked interesting because I liked Winter Soldier a lot. That's when Captain America is like.
I saw the opening of that.
He's
like a
Bucky.
Scrawny wimp, and then they give him this drug, and he turns.
That's Captain America. Yeah.
Okay.
He gets a super soldier serum. That's during World War II.
Right.
And then he fights mainly against this science division of the Nazi party called Hydra.
That's part of the Jessica Jones. That's Marvel.
No. Well, that's Marvel, but that's not. Well, they reference the Avengers, and Captain America isn't one of the Avengers.
Okay.
So they do make a reference, but not to him specifically.
Like
it's insanity.
It seems like there's way too much stuff happening in that universe that people
'cause
wouldn't be normal. Like,
now Iron Man is in the Civil War because now he's working for the government, who is after Captain America,
right.
Who has Bucky, who was his childhood friend and was killed in World War II, Oxnard. He lost him. He was part of Captain America's original group,
right.
But he was killed. But what happened was, Hydra got him, and they froze him the same way that Captain America was frozen. And then they did all these terrible experiments on him and kind of brainwashed him, like drove away who he was and turned him into this kind of super soldier himself.
Okay.
And that's what Winter Soldier is about. And but Winter
So there were
Soldier is
two
actually
movies?
there's been 2 Captain Americas.
Okay.
And Winter Soldier is actually an awesome
Now, what
movie.
is X-Men? Is that DC or Marvel?
That's Marvel.
So do they exist in that universe as well?
Yes. But X-Men is different because Marvel doesn't actually make those X-Men movies.
But like in the canon of the Marvel universe, do the X-Men and that whole thing of like people are against?
Yeah, they're
mutants
all
and
in the
stuff?
same universe. In one
then how
X-Men
come-
comic, the X-Men and the Fantastic Four meet up.
Then why don't people rebel against like the Hulk and all these other why is it like the X-Men mutants are the ones that are like ostracized, whereas you have like the Hulk?
Well, they don't like
They don't
the
like
Hulk.
any of them?
They don't like any of them, I don't think.
Okay.
Because
and then DC's Batman, Superman,
the Justice League,
Wonder
the
Woman,
and the
which is-
Flash,
the Flash,
and Green Lantern.
It's fucking complicated.
It's nuts, man. I don't know. You know what happens is too. This is why I don't read any of the comic books really, because
Did you used to?
not really. I mean, I
never
always
like a
wanted
comic
to,
book guy?
but I never knew where do I start. Because
only
they're
comics-
constantly taking different direction and then blending together, and then there's like, I need like start at point A and read. You know what I mean? From here on.
Well, didn't they have the whole? Wait, that might have been DC. Like a few years ago, they did like a whole reboot of everything.
They did, yeah. That was DC. I had like Batman Year One.
And Spider-Man is Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are making another Spider-Man. But now, I think it's Marvel is making it. The whole thing with X-Men is that Marvel itself doesn't make. That's not Marvel Studios.
Right.
And then it becomes a whole thing with the rights. Like if whatever studio owns the rights to X-Men, if they make an X-Men movie, then it prolongs their
What is Ant-Man?
Marvel.
What is Guardians of the Galaxy?
Marvel as well. Marvel's really the king of the movies.
Okay, so DC has Batman, Superman. Who else?
They have the Flash.
Who has the Punisher?
I don't know. That might be Marvel.
Who has Jessica Jones is Marvel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know anything
It's
about
fucking nuts.
that. And Watchmen is DC.
That was, yeah.
Okay. What's
Yeah.
Akira?
Japanese.
Dragon Ball Z?
Funimation. Mangas, I don't even know anything about. If there's a particular company, like Marvel DC here, if there's a particular
I
like
used to do
companies
work
for manga.
for Gokami before they went bankrupt.
All right.
Like every other
Before you bankrupted them.
every other company I've worked for. All right. So, least favorite part of Star Wars?
Probably there were like a couple of lines with Han Solo and Leia.
You say Leia or Leia?
I just said Leia, but I think.
But I say Leia.
But what happens is a friend of ours has a baby named Leia, and I'm constantly saying Leia, and they're like, no, it's Leia. And so now I'm doing the exact opposite with Star Wars. So now instead of Princess Leia, I'm saying Princess Leia because I'm so used to saying Leia instead of Leia.
I think you can go
Whatever.
both. Han or Han?
Han Solo.
Luke or Luke?
Luke. Luke or Luke?
The umlaut. Luke.
Luke. Put the French accent on it. Luke. Yeah, I mean, not many complaints. All the stuff that we're talking about, like, oh, how stupid was this and all that, that's like very minor. I mean, overall,
My least favorite,
I loved
I think they could have
the
done
movie.
it better and added, at least explain it, is that Maz character with the glasses is, how did you get the lightsaber? What is going on here?
and she's run that place for 1,000
What
years.
is this place? Is this just a bar that you run? Why does it look
For
like
1,000 years?
it looks like an ancient temple? I was a little confused.
There was like a statue of her there.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
confused. I'm hoping they do something else to explain that character.
Or
'cause-
that could have been something. Sometimes, you have something like, and it's established there. And so, I don't know, was it just something where they tried to, like, make it look like it had a lot of history just to add some gravity to it? You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, this place is really old. Don't worry about everything that happened here. Just know that she's over 1,000 years old and...
How'd you like having a female protagonist?
Oh, I thought she was awesome.
Yeah, she was fucking
Yeah.
cool. And then I also love how, like, when Finn was grabbing her hand, she's like, stop grabbing my hand. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need your help.
I thought she did a really great job.
Yeah.
She was awesome. Something Ridley or something, right? Her name is?
I don't know.
I don't know. She sounded a lot like Keira Knightley to me.
She has the Keira Knightley look.
She does.
Yeah, I think that's like a Star Wars thing. You need to have that Natalie Portman, Keira Knightley kind of look.
Yeah.
Then you're guaranteed like a role.
Yeah. And she looks a little like her and sounded a lot like her a few times to me. But I mean, things I didn't like. It was really just a couple of lame lines that were given in there. I thought Poe was a little too like, all right, buddy. Yeah, great job.
I like Poe.
I liked him, but then he was like. I kept waiting for like Finn to almost start to be
Well, you
like
were complaining-
become uncomfortable with the fact that he's like
On the car ride, like, you were complaining how, like, after their TIE fighter
Oh!
crashed, he just kind of disappeared.
that didn't make any sense.
Like, how far away? He said he woke up, it was night.
You weren't anywhere. How far away did he get thrown? Because Finn just was like, oh, he's not here. All right, I'm leaving. Yeah, I was. They kind of, glossed over that and was like, don't worry about it. And he just reappeared suddenly without warning in an X-wing.
And I'm so glad the actor of Finn was that good, because from the trailers, the only thing I thought he did was just
just
breathe
tough.
hard and like look around scared.
sweaty
and then
and scared.
you watch a movie and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
No,
And,
I thought they did a great job. And now I'm almost disappointed that it's going to be the next Star Wars movie that comes out isn't going to be the next one of these.
It's going to come out in a year, I
It's
think.
going to be... No, I thought that next year is
Was
going to be a
Rogue One?
Boba Fett one.
Rogue One or something?
What's Rogue One?
That's the name of the next one? Hold on, let me look it up. Rogue One Star Wars Story 2016. Director Gareth Edwards.
Oh, so J.J. Abrams isn't directing it.
No, he's only directing this one, and then they're going to go...
Wow.
That's the same thing with the original trilogy. Like, the first one was George Lucas, and then the next
Yeah.
one... Actually, the writer of Empire Strikes Back,
Lawrence Kasdan.
he wrote this one. And you can
Yes.
tell, like, the humor's
Absolutely.
there, and the beats are there.
He also wrote Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. No, that is once I heard that he was going to be a part of it, I felt,
Oh, this guy's gonna be in.
wow, what's his name? Mads?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
This guy looks like the guy from Henry's Kitchen.
No, that
Remember
guy,
YouTube channel?
what's his name? The actor's
Alan
name?
Tudyk.
He was in Firefly. He was also in the
Hey, Forrest
horrible
Whitaker.
iRobot movie. He was the robot.
Oh, okay.
Well, that guy's scary. So,
Oh, it says years after the. Oh wait, no. Doesn't really give a synopsis.
I guess it's too early. And then when's there's a Boba Fett movie coming out, right?
I think that's just a rumor, unless.
Oh. And then you were saying also in the car ride home from the theater that there was a Han Solo movie.
Yeah, I think I read online they have like 1,500 actors they're considering for the young Han Solo, so they're casting.
Oh,
They want to
okay.
find just the right guy. to
Yeah,
look like a young
absolutely.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Okay, full Star Wars movies release calendar. Force Awakens, Rogue One, then Star Wars Episode 8.
Okay.
And then the next one's going to be Star Wars Anthology Han Solo, then Episode 9, and then the last one's going to be Boba Fett.
Oh, okay.
And here's the thing I think they're going to do. They're going to make an Episode 10. It's good. They're going to like surprise us with it because it's it's not going to
Yeah.
feel right unless there's 10. And like the last movie is going to be like this huge magnum opus, like 3 hours long with an intermission.
Yeah. And the galaxy implodes on itself.
Yeah, like some big, huge, massive story that just finally like ends it all or something.
Yeah. And they vote Akbar for president.
Yeah, Rogue One. This is the only picture. It's just a still image. Looks like a bunch of ragtag people.
It's like not actual casting. It's just an artist rendering.
No, I
or
think this is
something.
the cast.
Oh, let me see here.
Because it's Felicity Jones. Isn't that her?
Oh, so it's like different people.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a different
standalone
story.
Yeah, it's a standalone story. It's not part of the main saga.
Oh, a Star Wars story.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Episode 8.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
They're making a lot of Star Wars shit.
Holy
But I'll say that
shit, they're
if-
making a lot.
If they're as
Oh
good
my
as this one,
God.
if they're as good as this one, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't. Maybe take it back a notch with the merchandising because it's kind of ridiculous. I go into any store, there's Star Wars. I went to Rite Aid and I walked by the makeup section. There's like Star Wars lipstick. Who the fuck is buying that?
Oh, yeah, there's Star
Wars
Wars makeup.
eyeshadow,
Yeah.
Star Wars fake eyelashes.
I'm constantly seeing advertisements online for that stupid shit.
Yeah, it's just come on. You made them. This is the highest grossing movie right now ever.
I'm not
It
surprised by
beat
that.
Avatar and everything.
I can't believe how easily we actually got tickets to go see it. Although,
It was the biggest opening. I think Jurassic World had the record for the highest opening. And
are you
then-
serious? Jurassic World did? That movie sucked balls.
Never
Did
saw
you
it.
see it?
No.
It's fucking horrible.
Look, 700 million global.
On opening day. Oh my god. J.J. Abrams. He's
Gonna make
swimming in money.
billions.
Yeah.
Billions. These fucking
That I
lucky
think Lord of the
assholes.
Rings made $1 billion total, didn't it?
Something like that. Well, it was like 300 million to make all three in the first
And
one.
I think it made $1 billion altogether.
Yeah, and then the first movie, like, they made back all the money
Yeah.
that they spent to make all three, and that's why
Yeah.
they kept doing reshoots and going back and adding stuff.
Yeah.
We got to move to Hollywood, man.
That's it. All
What-
you gotta do is move
What
there.
are we doing in New Jersey?
I don't know.
There's nothing creative going on here.
We'll get discovered.
Yeah, right. All right, any final thoughts?
I don't know. I know there's every time we do something with a movie we just saw, I always forget like half the stuff that I wanted to say, but
Well, that's why you got to listen to all our stuff, because then we might break into a Star Wars discussion
that's right.
on our Game of Thrones.
Yes,
video.
something we forgot. Or always, if you saw it and you want to leave a comment about something that we may have missed, or something that you want our opinion of,
Here's an
let
annoying
us know.
question.
Maybe we'll talk about it
Annoying
later.
question my brother always asked me, like, how much out of 10 would you give it?
Oh, I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm around there too.
yes, 7.5 to 8.
Very enjoyable. Go see it.
I had a great time.
It
I'll probably end up
deserves to
seeing it
make its
again.
money.
Yeah, I'll probably end up seeing it again with
Any
my wife.
nitpicks? Any little thing in there that really just like...
No, mostly the Han Solo stuff.
You didn't think the stormtroopers look a little bit too wide?
You mentioned that.
It's just like
I wasn't looking at that. I really wasn't even paying attention to
thought
that.
it was
I liked
because
their
of-
helmets. I liked the look of the helmets.
I thought it was just Finn's body type because he's kind of like stocky. But then I noticed like every other stormtrooper, I think it's the uniform. They look like they're kind of short and squat.
I didn't notice that.
Just a nitpick.
Yeah.
I thought very convenient at the end with the final duel between.
Oh, and the split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the chasm opens up in between them.
Oh well, he finally got a nice face scar. He's got a good Sith face scar.
Yeah.
now.
So I think what he should do, since he's wearing that helmet just to intimidate, now he should just have it here so you can see the scar and his eyes are revealed, but he still has the thing to give him that voice.
to give him the voice. Yeah. But won't that be too Bane-like? Do you think?
Sure. The other thing I thought he did is he put speakers in his boots, so every time he walks, it's like boom, boom. I love that they made Kylo Ren just like this antsy, teenagery, like throwing tantrums all the time.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
good.
He's like a troubled youth. Daddy didn't love me enough, kind of thing.
Would you see it again in the theaters?
Yeah, and I'm probably going to.
No, I'm probably going to.
Yeah,
too,
because I'll
my
see it
dad
with
and brother
my
wanna go.
wife, and I know my one brother
Now,
wants
does
to
your
see it
wife
again.
like Star Wars? Has she seen it?
Yeah, she's seen it. She likes Star Wars.
I tried to show my girlfriend Star Wars. Like, it's her eyes roll in the back of her head. She can't stand a second of it. I was showing her
What?
the trailer, and she's just like, "No, it's not. Like." She's like allergic to Star Wars.
Oh my god. It just makes me want to watch the original trilogy again, more than anything, because that's really where it's at. Especially Empire Strikes Back. That's the best one.
I was saying on the car ride home, like with the prequels and everything, I had no interest with any of the like background characters or the aliens. Like with the original trilogy, you'd see like I-88, like
Yeah.
the bounty hunters, and all, like, and I have that Star Wars book, like history of all the characters, and
Yeah.
like, there's a huge thing about I-88, and like I'm reading about I-88, like just a guy who's on screen for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I was getting that feeling with characters in this movie, like in the cantina, like who's that big giant guy with like that weird woman with the voice who's like
Oh
working for
yeah,
the Empire? Who's that little robot puppet who like
that
what-
was
yeah,
hilarious.
but I love that they use like a fake little robot. 'Cause
Yeah.
it makes sense. And like, who's the guy? I mean, what's that animal when Finn was trying to drink the water? This giant hippo thing.
Oh my god, that hippo pig or whatever.
I want to know more about
That was so
creature.
funny. Yeah, there was a
What
lot
was-
of cool
what was that
stuff.
weird bird in the beginning that was like pecking
Oh
at
yeah, I
something?
forgot about that.
Like just all these little details. I'm like, oh wow, this is a whole universe I want to read about.
Oh man, awesome.
All right.
So I loved it.
Nah, I liked it. Wouldn't love it, but like,
I gave it love.
okay. Boss, 2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. Don't get me wrong. There will never be another. You can't try and compare it to the original trilogy.
Yeah, they were trying to make it like a New Hope.
Right.
don't
I think they were just like, it's in the vein of The New Hope. You know what I mean? It's in the style of
blow up a
A
Death
New
Star.
Hope, which is great.
Jedi person on a desert planet. Parents die. Has no reason to stay there. Leaves. Go to a cantina. Old evil guy with a mask. There you go.
Awesome. All right.
And then a silver stormtrooper gets crushed in the garbage.
Or did she?
Guess we'll see.
She'll be back.
I hope so. All right, so I'm Oxnard.
I'm Dexter, and we'll say goodbye for Boss. Happy holidays. Merry
All right,
Christmas.
I gotta go now, boss.
I gotta leave. This movie stunk.
All right, bye.
Bye.